So it has been quite a week. Let's talk about the positives that came about this week. Shout out to Georgia. Black people, y'all showed up and showed out. You got those haters mad. You got them so mad. Like, y'all see what happened. The Democrats now have the control of the Senate, thankfully. Joe and Kamala are confirmed, and now we're going to get those $2,000 checks. Run us. Run us. Where the money reside, please. I want a new MacBook. That's what I need. So I can get something to run faster. In other good political news, like 45 is blocked from Facebook and Instagram for 2 weeks. He was taken off Twitter for 12 hours, but y'all, the light is at the end of the tunnel. We are almost there. Let's make it. We got what, 12 more days left? Oof, can't wait. Oh gosh. So Versus came out with a statement saying, in light of the recent events involving the Rona, they will now be going back to the original way Versus was, where it's one person at home, another person where they are.
That's what it should have been. Like, I don't know why they needed people in the studio. Like, Gladys Knight could have shut stuff down from wherever she was. She did not need to be exposed to Patti LaBelle and her off key. Like, it's just what it is. Like, we need to stay home.
Exactly. And Keisha Cole and Ashanti is now postponed again. It was supposed to be January 9th. I think they thought we forgot. But at this point, just keep it. Just keep it.
I would say it should go back to virtual. There's nothing wrong with virtual. We can celebrate their music and have a party at home. We're not going anywhere if we have any sense. And this could keep Atlanta, Texas, and Florida at home for a night, at least one night.
Oh, you know, Georgia is out of control. But I mean, like, you know what? Y'all put 2 blue people in the house. Y'all do what y'all want for right now. But next week, y'all need to like start abiding by the rules. But at this point, I really wanted to see Keisha Cole and Ashanti, but I think Ashanti just doesn't want to do it. Like, I just don't care anymore. I don't. And it's weird because Swiss Beats, he like had like the eye roll emojis underneath the message. And I'm just like, wait, don't y'all own this? So why are you putting that on there?
Child, they don't own that. They are investors in it, but low key, they're the figureheads. They're giving me a Gabrice and Gabrici tea with every hue. Now, you know Rihanna owns Fenty because that's her last name. She owns. She gives the 51% ownership.
Swiss Beats and Tim, like they I think they own Versus. The thing is, like, I'm guessing that's less money in their pocket if it's like not a whole like event.
I think they make money off the event, but I think when you really look at the behind the scenes cost, these people are in bed with Facebook and Instagram. These people are in bed with different, music publishing rights people. So they have the real owners, they have a stake in this because we know all the music they play, they don't own. That's maybe why Ashanti's like, okay, I gotta call J-Lo and I don't really want to call her, but we know J-Lo owns the rights to Ashanti's vocals. We know J-Lo is giving Ursula right now. Ashanti was and J-Lo snatched them vocals and snatched them rights. She snatched them. It's ugly, but it's true.
Right.
Like the Capitol. It's ugly, but it's true.
Very ugly. What's also very ugly in music news, the Grammys were canceled and they've been postponed to March. I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, it's in LA. The Grammys are in LA, and LA is in turmoil right now. Apparently, like according to the CDC, 1 in 5 people have the Rona. And it's crazy. Yeah, and I really do think that, LA is now what people thought New York was going to be. But I don't know what's going on in California, but oh yeah, you're in California, but of course you're staying inside, of course. It's crazy in LA, like they shut everything down.
They've shut filming down, like for scripted and reality shows. At this juncture, we don't need to have any public events anymore until everybody's vaccinated. Like I would say this, we need to go on and realize because we didn't obey the rules, now we're grounded for 6 months. And that's basically what's going on. We are grounded for 6 months. We got to get the Rona under control. We got to get the white supremacists under control. Any public event is not going to be safe. I don't want to see an inauguration. Y'all need to do that crap virtual.
To your point, when you were in elementary school or middle school, where it's like the whole class has detention, but you have this one kid acting up, and you're just like, okay, detention next week too. More detention this week. I don't know when we're going to get out of it. The way this country is handling the vaccine, so the vaccine was supposed to hit 20 million people by now. Guess how many people it hit?
3 million?
1 million. There's 300 million people in the United States. So we need to get a move on. Somebody. Did you see that Love and Hip Hop Zoom reunion, and they were going over years of secrets and stuff like that?
I didn't see it, but we've seen Carly Red cervix for a quarter. So what secrets could there possibly be? Like once I've seen your ovaries and your fallopian tubes, once like we've seen Safari's penis, we've seen Forrest's asshole. What secrets are there left? Like I'm just confused about if you're going to do an episode of secrets, you've got to have a secret. We saw Poor lift his leg, like we saw Cordell toot his booty. We did see these things. These are facts. Like, I'm not lying.
I don't want to remember that Cordell video. I really don't. Shout out to Booty Toot Stewart. I don't even know where I got that name, but Booty Toot Stewart. But I'm really surprised you didn't see it. I mean, I looked at as much as I could stand. Like I saw Sin and that Dominican guy, that gay Dominican guy together, Sin and Jonathan. It was Kirk and Rashida, Bambi and Scrappy and the Mama D. Is that her name?
Yeah, Mama D.
So she was doing bragging rights. She was just like, I am the longest running mother on reality TV next to Kris Jenner. She was saying that like a badge of honor. Good for you. I was like Rihanna, that Rihanna meme. Like, this is the ghettoest shit I've ever seen in my life. When she was looking at that, she was looking at some type of jewelry. But yeah, I was just like, what is this production? Like, they were really scraping the bottom of the barrel. It was a clip show.
Nobody can film, so that's all they have to offer.
I mean, I think the reason why they didn't try to like, because Atlanta is open. They could have did Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but I just think I'm about to say Shonda Rhimes, Jesus, Lord, forgive me, Shonda. I meant
Mona Scott Young.
Mona Scott Young. Oh my God, I'm getting older.
And I'm getting older too.
I was saying that I don't think Mona Scott Young has like the coin if anything happens, if anyone contracts the disease. So I don't think she wanted to risk it. And I think that what is the show without fights?
Actually, Mona sold the shows before the Rona hit. She sold everything to
smart.
VH1. She got out, she sold the show and she got out.
So you think they're getting paid more or less?
Oh, much less.
Much less, even though VH1?
VH1 ain't never offered them no money. Got them for pennies on the dollar.
A lot of people in Love and Hip Hop don't know their value.
They sure don't.
And some of them don't have any. So
I know this. I can always recognize someone who has value.
You have a knack for that.
Thank you.
And moving on to someone who doesn't have value, Bobby Lytes. So,
and that wasn't a beautiful segue.
so Lil Nas X was being interviewed on a podcast. I forgot the lady's name, but she did bring up how much Bobby Lytes, be trolling. Well, not trolling, but really professing his love publicly for Lil Nas X. I mean, we remember. Can we do your dramatic reenactment of Bobby Lytes at the MTV Awards? Well, yeah, he was like a wacky inflatable tube man.
Yep.
No, but remember, he was like, yes, that is it. Here I am.
This is my house, and I live here. He had moved in, honey.
And Lil Nas X paid him dust.
Oof.
Dust. So she asked him about what he thought about it, and he finally addressed Bobby Lytes. So he said that, I just think, at first I thought he was just, playing or whatever. And, he's cute. And I think that's where it cut off because, Shade Room don't like pay nobody their rights. That sounds like a polite curve. Like a polite curve, I think. Like, I don't know. Remember I told you when you first met me how I curved someone? I gave him like a complimentary massage.
I will never forget. No, you said I gave them a courtesy massage and sent them on their way. I will never.
Just remember who that person was. I'm thinking, oh yeah, he was on this YouTube show or something like that. I was like, oh my god. And then I was telling you like, I know him.
I remember.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
If I was Bobby Lytes, he does not give up. He is very persistent to the point where it's like harassment. I mean, at this point, he needs to take a hint. But I don't think he still got the hint because he was like, because when Lil Nas X said, well, I didn't really think he was serious. Like, we have Bobby Lytes in the Shade Room comments saying, oh, I'm dead serious. Period. So, you really can't embarrass somebody who doesn't have shame. And Bobby Lytes is the individual who doesn't have shame. He's literally showed his pussy for a quarter.
Hot seat now. Oh, actually, you're right. That OnlyFans. You're absolutely right. You're stating facts, not fiction.
Right. And he even got into your DMs. Not for that reason, y'all. Not for that reason. He was just like, well, you said it was your DMs.
He told me to keep that same energy. And baby, you got
it. Yeah, it was like a kissy face after that. Mm-hmm. I was like, is that a veiled threat?
Oh, that wasn't a veiled threat. That was a true threat. It was a true threat. And the thing is, baby, you got it. You want that same energy? Baby, you got it. All day, every day. Catch me outside. How about that? I'll send you my
You got it. Do you remember that song? Baby, you got it.
Oh, no. Oh, baby, you want my time. Yes, immature. Come and feel the flavor.
Because we got it. Oh my God, you got a reference. Oh my God, you got a reference.
Yes.
Out Claudia Jordan. Just shout out to her because whatever happens on Fox, so something crazy happens on that show, the Auntie Hour, that we have something to talk about.
Oh, I have a question. At 38, am I now an auntie?
Oh, you're still a big cousin.
Oh.
You still cousin. Like I no, auntie is like you hit like you got auntie in like 7 more years.
Oh my God.
Auntie Vivica had a very interesting way of complimenting someone. So they were on the topic of Young Thug, and Vivica called him a sexy cockroach. I was just like, huh, huh. Like she said, oh yeah, he got that, like he like a sexy cockroach. And she said she didn't mean anything by it, but she just said like he has like a real animated look with the hair. Right. I just
Uh,
sexy.
I'm sorry. I don't say
Yeah.
cockroach. I only say roaches in reference to living in New York. Like, yes, we have seen roaches, but I'm careful about just saying that because I don't want anybody to get confused. Oh
Yeah.
my
I
God.
no, I don't.
If we called somebody a roach in 2 years of this show, 2.5, have we ever called anybody a roach? Now, Nene Leaks is a moose, and I stand by that. But we never called
Now
anybody a roach.
they all laughed at her. And she said that, oh, I don't mean it like that. And, he just seems like, he's suave with the hair. And she was trying, she was digging a big old hole. She was just digging a hole. And then Lisa Ray tried to help her and say, oh, yeah, like Lil Wayne, with the hair. And it didn't help. It didn't help. But shout out to the aunties at Fox Soul.
Ooh.
Claudia, you really do have a good show on that. Let's talk about HelloFresh. Now, what is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
You can cut down on your grocery bills. You're not going to throw out as much food. They deliver pre-proportioned ingredients, so you're never going to over purchase. You're not going to have too much extra, just enough for what you need for now. It gives you the flexibility with customizable portion sizes every week. You decide when the food shows up and when the food doesn't. And skip a week whenever you need.
So I got my HelloFresh box 2 days ago, and they just gave me so many different goodies. So I picked the pork flauta supreme. So yes, when you open the box, they give you the recipe page for you to like look at. So it shows the prep time, the cook time, as well as the calories. These were so good, y'all. Like this looks like something that I cannot make on my own, but with these simple steps and directions, it took like 30 minutes and it tastes just like how this picture looks. Amazing. It also came with 2 other recipes that I can't wait to try this week. It really saved me time on going to the grocery store. I got, some editing done. I got to go to the gym and I just, took 30 minutes and my food was done. For our Pop Roast listeners, go to HelloFresh.com/roast10 and use code ROAST10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/roast10 and use code ROAST10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. So yeah, go with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. So
And speaking of holes, let's talk about Andy Cohen getting all of this backlash. Speaking of loose holes.
this story happened really earlier in the week before like all the chaos happened, but he finally mentioned last Sunday on Watch What Happens Live about people, the backlash, because he really was paying all of our comments dust. So he said, I was really pushing for this to be 4 parts. And the guest on the show was Drew Sidora and Rachel Lindsay. I really talked to Candace a lot about her role in this and the fact that a lot of people think that she provoked it. And she said, drag me. And they talked about it in relation to Kenya and Portia. And I don't think enough of that made it into the show. And I know a lot of people were very upset. The irony of all this is he's blaming the edit.
That's like me blaming the edit. The only person that can blame the edit is you. Who edits the show? I can never
Like,
blame the edit. Now, Chris, if he wanted to, he could blame the edit.
before we get back to getting into Andy's ass like Black Dick, just for the people that don't tune into my lives, shout out to the people that did, because we had a fun time. They love Alexander Rodgers, and we were in an impressions part of my live, and they wanted me to do a couple of impressions of you, like with Kitten Hill. That was fun.
You sent me that one. I was like, oh my God. I would say this, you're amazing at impressions. So I would say you can do, like, you should do a whole, like, just show of impressions from Family Man. Ooh, do a sitcom impressions. I want you to give me the father from Family Matters. I want you to give me Kyle. I want you, like, I can't do Kyle like you can do Kyle. I can do Dr. Claw, but you can do everything the fuck else. That's the only impression that I can do is Dr. Claw. You've gotten on here, you give us British accent, you give us Australian accent.
If you missed it, I'm going to try to, like, reenact this in front of you. Kitten Hill by Alexander Rodgers. Me. Kitten Hill. A 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 kitten. See, like, you gotta get that vein in you. A kitten hill. Yes. And then there was another one where you was like, low. What was the other one? My neighbors are gonna knock on the door. It was another one.
Oh my God.
What was the one where you do the really deep note at the end?
Oh, well, that's actually a couple of them.
Like, it was something else. Like,
oh,
I was like,
no, wait. Every man was a woman.
not that one. It was another one.
Get a little drunk and you land in jail.
No, I can't remember.
Honest quiet as is kept.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to hire somebody.
anus. Oh my God, in the anus. Like,
Oh.
no, you can't get someone pregnant in the anus. We have totally ran off the rails in this show just now.
Oh my God.
But the Kiki Hill was fun.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I actually, like, I really do have to go through, like, all of my videos because, like, I've come up with some cute little ditties that, like, other people are reminding me of, and I'm like, that sounds like me. I did that. Oh.
And Storm gave you a shout out. He was saying, like, y'all need to do a jingle together. I forgot what it was. Someone sent it to me. And he was like, yeah, we need to do this. He did some type of jingle. And it was like, I need Alexander Rodgers to help me out. You are known for it. But back to Andy. So I just think it was a cop-out for him to blame production and editing, especially when he has EP in front of his names, especially when he's called out other housewives for blaming editing and production. So for him to blame editing and production I don't accept it.
I had the attitude that Dorinda had in the Nichelle Nichols in one of her iconic roles in a Black exploitation film, but also is something that we now look back today at, and girl, that was a good movie. In that movie, she said, we're a family, and that's what we're gonna stay. Get down there and make it look good. Shake your ass proper. She told those girls and she got them in line. You've been Dorinda, you've been that pimp all these years, and now you want to act like you're not in control of the girls? Fuck you.
I felt that. Dr. Dre has finally decided to pay his estranged wife $2 million. Just write the check. And this happened right after his scare, because when you come back from a brain aneurysm, that shit takes you out. Like I was like, oh Lord, 2021 is starting already. Cause last January who left us, and that was a big loss. Kobe Bryant for all y'all who don't know. But yeah, so basically he struck a deal that would require him to write her one-time check for $2 million, and that's all he'll pay at least until her next divorce hearing in April. She initially asked for $2 million a month, plus $5 million in attorney fees. But Dre still got the final tee-hee-hee points for people who know where that reference is from. He got the final tee-hee-hee from basically she has to pay her own lawyer fees. So, like, he kind of got away with a lot.
Oh, now here's my thing. Like, and I guess I'm just a sap and a softie. I couldn't like you. I cannot imagine how mad I would have to be to not have an amicable divorce. Because I would really honestly be like, look, let me just pay you so you can get the fuck out and get the fuck on. Like, I don't need to deal with the nonsense.
People connected like the brain aneurysm, the stress, into him being like, okay, fine, just get this check and like so I can be stress free. But at the end of the day, like it was in the court documents, he has 270 million in cash, and then Apple stock. That's not even his whole entire net worth, not even including that. So I'm just like, okay, she asked for 2 million a month. What is that? It's 2 million a month. Okay, so she wanted what, $24 million? She been with the man 22 years? Give the money to her. Like, I don't get it. What is it? I mean, that is a lot to, like, that's a lot to write. That's a lot of checks to write, but.
It's not if you leave with half, you still have everything.
So Lauryn Hill finally gave an explanation of why she didn't like put out another album after that, that classic album, Miseducation. And she basically said that after the Miseducation, there were scores of tentacled obstructionists, politics, repressing agendas, unrealistic expectations, and saboteurs everywhere. People had included me in their own narratives of their successes as it pertained to my album. And if this contradicted my experience, I was considered an enemy. And y'all, that means she did not pay anybody for their work on that album. That's basically what that means. She didn't pay nobody or give any credit to the people that helped her make that monumental album that is still relevant today. So yeah, that's what I got from that. What did you get from that? Because of course she didn't pay people. Like, she didn't give people the credit. That's why you went to jail, girl, for not paying your taxes. Because you tried to try to slither her way out of doing stuff. I still respect, Miss Lauryn Hill. Like I love Miseducational Lauryn Hill. It has one of my favorite songs of all time on there, X Factor. I got to see her in concert, the one that she didn't cancel.
Well, how late was she when she showed up to that makeup concert? How late was she?
So, I'm glad you asked me that question. So,
the way you said so, it gave me this is about to be a Janet Jackson tea.
No, well, I had a great experience, but this was because of the experience before. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So Lauryn Hill in Atlanta was playing a sold out show. I didn't make that one. And what had happened was she came so late. Huh?
You didn't make her show? How many of her shows did she not make? I'm not surprised you didn't show up. She half the time didn't show up. The fuck?
Well, it was sold out.
That doesn't make a difference with Lauryn Hill.
Hey, it is what it is, but everything happens for a reason, like I always say. And I heard that show was awful. She got there, I think, hours late. She performed her classics, but are you drinking milk?
Oh no, this is lemonade.
Oh, okay. I was like, you on your Karen Huger right now? Like, why are you drinking milk?
No, it's lemonade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Like, Beyonce's album. And I'm not going to say anything negative about her today. as a gift to you today and today only.
He is so sweet, y'all, isn't he? But yeah, like it was a terrible show. She got a huge backlash. And the second show was her show to make up for how bad that show was. And that was the show that I went to. So as soon as 8 o'clock came, I was looking at my friend. I was like, the lights dimmed. And everyone was shocked. You could hear gasps in the audience. Like seriously, like she was there on time. She did the hits. She really made up to her. So the thing is, the old Lauren is still there. It's just, you know, she's trapped in the body of a thieving hoteptress. That's the thing, you know? But anyway, I have my great experiences with Lauryn Hill and her music. So I try to think of that instead of the Lauryn Hill that we have today.
Like I try to remember Monique as Monique from the 2 seasons of Charm School, and not the Monique of today where every other word is moderated by her husband.
In the WTF news, a man in London changed his name to Celine Dion while he was drunk. And he successfully changed his name, and he has no intention of changing it back. I honestly, hand on heart, don't remember doing it. I remember watching a concert and remember getting rather tipsy. I wasn't aware I had done it until I found that envelope in my post. Initially, I had to sit down and I couldn't believe it. And then I checked my bank, which confirmed it all. And why stop there? Like, look at that. Congrats, I guess, to changing your name to Celine Dion. It was a man. He was like, I'm fine going by Mr. Celine Dion. But lastly, Atlanta Housewives. Did you see the last episode on Sunday? Wow, like this is your pinnacle show. This is really like, well, before Pop Rose. Like this is like that was.
Pop Rose and the Allegedly Show are my pinnacle shows. And once I start my real estate show in Las Vegas, that will be, well, that's going to be my crowning jewel. But Atlanta, like, don't nobody give a fuck, so why I gotta give a fuck? Y'all, we would watch I feel like old episodes will do better than this.
I think they're still waiting on your review, though.
They'll get it.
You could combine it with episode 4 and 5, I guess. I wanted to get your thoughts on what King has said about Portia, but I guess we can save that for another time.
No, we can address that right now. The fact that here's what I have to say. This is not the time to discount anyone's efforts in the movement, no matter how they choose to do them. Was I out at protest? No, because I'm a Black man. I'm a 6'4", 230-pound Black man, well, hopefully down to 215, but that's another topic for another time. But they were taking headshots at me. So I stayed my happy ass at home and let the white people protest. But did I give Stacey Abrams money? I sure did. And that's why we won the Senate. Everyone has their own way to do how they're going to do what they're going to do. But to discount people's efforts is disgusting. We had people marching in countries the descendants of African slavery don't live. People marched in Germany, in New Zealand. So you're going to question a Black woman in this country with a Black daughter after Breonna Taylor was shot while she slept? Fuck you. That's what I have to say. Remember when you came on the show and you were mocking me? Well, you weren't mocking me, not mocking me, impersonating me. Mocking is mean. You were giving an impersonation. And you said you were giving me Kenya Moore as an asshole. This is why I say Kenya Moore is an asshole. Because right now, that's an asshole move. That's how I feel.
We're leaving that in, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah, like I really didn't like how, you know, she questioned her like, oh, why she had to go to jail on the cameras. I'm like, the whole point of Portia getting arrested was to bring awareness so she can use her platform to speak on it, especially with Bravo, which, you know, we both went to BravoCon. How many of us did you see that look like us, you know, that watched the Atlanta Housewives? Like, it's crazy.
I think we saw what, 2 other Black people?
It was a good game of count the Black people at BravoCon. I know there was one room where I was the only Black man. Like, and that was like for Beverly Hills, I think, panel. But yeah, I just think Kenya, I just don't know what to say. Like, I like her for the show as a villain, but as a person, like, she's so beautiful, but she's just ugly in the inside. And like I said, she is the common denominator. Like, you have Portia, she attacked her, you know, in the beginning. Portia did not do her anything, but maybe mistook her title, and that wasn't on purpose. I mean, Portia was an airhead when she first came on the season. But yeah, there's Portia, there's Quad, there's Sherry Shepherd, Vivica Fox, Kim Fields. Like, I'm just saying, she is not for Black women. She's not for women. So unless they're kissing the ring, like LaToya on the show who wants to kiss her cooch, it really just annoys me how she attacks people all the time. But then, like, why don't they like me? Why don't they like me? This is why. And that's, I don't know. If you like Kenya, I mean, fine. But the proof is in the pudding. That's all I can say. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of gross.
I agree with you. I agree with you on the grossness. It's just, there's a time and a place, but as a woman with a Black daughter, I don't understand where you were for Breonna Taylor. Because I'll say this, was I in the streets? No, but I was in the pocket. I got in the pocket and I definitely fair fight. I did what I could. Where were you? Where were you when Portia was in the streets and you say she was trying to get arrested? Where were you? What were you doing?
Probably in New York trying to get Mark's attention.
Always trying to do. Here's the thing. And you know what? You got a damn good point. That's exactly where she was, trying to do something she ain't have no hope of doing. Like trying to get her mama's love, like trying to be an actress, like trying to have a husband. Just she always doing something that ain't no hope. So she was on a hopeless mission. Meanwhile, we were getting things accomplished. Here's the thing. Portia helped win the Senate. Kenya, what did you do? Nothing. And on that note, it's been real. It's been a fabulous episode, and we will see you sooner. We will see you sooner than Georgia sees a Republican senator.
Y'all, I have a new show on my channel. I do with my friend Jared, who's a political scholar. It's called Poly Side Eye. Basically, it's going to be like a political version of Pop Roast, where we skewer, you know, these terrible people that are running this country, and we break down American politics for the average Joe, Jamal, and Janet. So yeah, it's, I know you get a kick out of that one. But yeah, it's up now on my channel. It's CDIGGI1. Check it out. It's really fun. And you get to learn something too. I mean, we could have fun, you know, with the pop culture, but, you know, politics does affect all of us. And if I can, you know, throw my shade with his politics, then yeah, make it entertaining. But yeah, I will see y'all sooner than, I'm gonna see y'all sooner than those $2,000 checks that we're supposed to be getting.